All right, it's Wednesday, November 15th, and we're in my lovely Period 3 class. And we're going to see if we can write this third method together called isIncreasing. Okay, so obviously we want to make sure that every number is less than the number to the right of it. Is that one way to do it? We could make sure the number to the right of the current number is bigger, or we could make sure that the number to the left of the current number is smaller. Both those ways will work beautifully. Okay, so this is a Boolean return type. We're going to loop through the array. And there's a few more considerations here than we had in the first two, even in our loop. I'll just write the regular loop at first. Okay, that's not going to work perfect, but it's a good start. Okay. So if we start at position 0, if we're going to look at position 0, we got to make sure the number to its right, the number in position 1, is bigger than it. So if nums of I is less than nums of I plus 1, then it's bigger than it. But you got to check all the numbers. So what do you do if it's correct so far? If this number at position I is indeed less than the next number, what do? You don't do anything. You keep on going. So doing it this way is a bit ridiculous. See that empty semicolon there, that empty statement? That's pretty ridiculous, right? Else, if it's not less than the one to its left, then we know this is not an increasing array and return false. If we get through the entire array and never return false, that means that it is increasing, return true. But again, this is a ridiculous way to do it, and actually there's an error in here too. You see what the error is? When I get to the last position at position length minus 1 and compare it to position I plus 1, what's Mr. Zerla going to put on his quiz papers when you do that? From the video on Monday evening, he's going to write down OOBE. Remember that? On our quizzes, I just write down OOB because we're out of bounds here. Compile it, run it. Okay, my computer's not liking this. It highlights that line. It says, Mr. Reisky, you're not very smart. Array index out of bounds exception. Just like we presumed it would be. So you don't want to go up to the last position of the array because you can't check to its right. You want to go one less than that. Compile it. And now we're good. My isIncreasing method is working right. False should be false, true should be true, false should be false. But you don't want to write code like this, do you? If this is true, empty statement, that's ridiculous, right? Please, that's ridiculous. Let's do the opposite instead. If nums of I is not less than, what's the opposite of less than? Bigger than or equal. Then just return false. That's the way any textbook would do it. That's the way your professor wants you to do it. That's the way the AP grader expects you to do it.